According to the Associated Press, treatment for a scorpion sting comes to $83,000 at Chandler Regional Medical Center. The Arizona Republic says sting victim Marcy Edmonds has been left with $25,000 of the bill by her insurance company despite the $100 cost of the drug in Mexico. The hospital has issued an apology on the matter. For The Blaze, I'm Colton Gavin. According to State Department economists, the unemployment rate went up from 8.3% to 8.4%. Barbara Arstead, an employment specialist at ASU, weighs in on what this means for students.
Advice that I would give to students who may be hearing discouraging news is to be ready and take advantage of recruiting opportunities. The May grads are already beginning their networking, and there are going to be the students that are going to get first pick at the best jobs.
For The Blaze, I am Colton Gavin. The NFL referee lockout ends tonight. The referees reached an agreement on a new 8-year contract. This comes after they spent the summer on strike and being replaced by controversial stand-in referees. ASU student Eric Rivera reacts to tonight's expected game.
Be a wonder to see if the announcement during the pregame of these are your referees tonight, see if there's a standing ovation or something like that. I think the fans are pretty damn happy.
For The Blaze, I am Colton Gavin. A rally for Senate candidate Jeff Flake broke out yesterday on the ASU Cronkite campus. Mark Victor, a Libertarian candidate, spoke up at the rally.
Don't let anybody tell you that we're not going to win. We're going to win. Our country is at stake. We have never faced an enemy within. We're facing it today.
Protesters appeared to counter the Flake rally due to Jeff Flake voting against the DREAM Act. Jersey, an Arizona DREAM Act coalition member, pleaded the case for the DREAM Act.
The DREAM Act, it would be a pathway to citizenship for students who got here under the age of 16, who have a good moral character, have not been problems with the law, basically have good grades and been around good characters, and would be a great add to the United States as citizens.
For The Blaze, I am Colton Gavin. Vernon Parker and Kyrsten Sinema continue their heated race for the seat in the brand new Arizona 9th Congressional District. Right after their recent debate, they were asked about their relationship to the presidential race. Since they held a debate at a PBS affiliate, Republican Vernon Parker was asked about Governor Mitt Romney's stance on PBS funding.
I grew up watching McNeil Lair. I love Big Bird. I love Barney. And I believe that PBS has a role to play. Actually, my son he enjoyed Barney. I like Big Bird.
Democrat Kyrsten Sinema admitted in the debate that President Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act was imperfect. She later explained changes she would like to make in Congress.
If you have less than 50 people in your employment, the law doesn't apply to you. If you have more than 200, it's mandated. But if you're between 50 and 200, it's mandated, but you get some support, some financial subsidy. But it's not sufficient for some of those smaller businesses. So we need to provide more assistance to those businesses. You know, my experience has been that businesses really do want to provide good health care for their employees, but if it's prohibitively expensive, they're not going to do it.
A recent poll taken by the Summit Group shows Parker leading with 44% and Sinema at 42%. However, the new district has more independents than Democrats or Republicans, and the 14% of voters that are undecided have made the race's outcome more uncertain. For The Blaze, I am Colton Gavin. Out in New River, Arizona, lives a couple that embodies the current divide in America. Alvin Kelch is a Republican business owner who supports Mitt Romney.
Well, he's for the businessman. Taxes are killing us, and we need less taxes so that we can afford to hire more people, buy equipment to expand, and if we keep getting taxed, we're going to all be out of business before long.
Despite both having a Latter-day Saint background, his wife, Jenny Kelch, is a Democrat and supporting Barack Obama.
I will be voting for Obama, despite the fact that Romney is LDS. I respect him as a human being. I think he's very conflicted about some of the things he's been asked to say and do.
They each have their own preferences on which issues are most important to them.
My biggest issue in the election is agency, is protection of the poor.
The government needs to be smaller and let us handle things. We need to be self-sufficient and not rely upon the government to take care of us.
But they do still love and respect each other.
We're working it out because he's a good man and because I love him and he loves me and we're respectful towards one another.
We all need to be open-minded enough to listen to the other viewpoint, agree or not agree, but be open-minded to at least listen and say, oh, I understand where they're coming from. I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
For The Blaze, I am Colton Gavin. According to the Associated Press, a health watch is in effect for Phoenix due to excessive air pollution. Environmental regulators state that people should spend more time indoors and lower their energy use to avoid current pollution, which may violate federal air quality standards. ASU student Kevin Abraham reacts.
People should kind of try their best to help out. You don't need to have everything plugged in all the time.
For The Blaze, I am Colton Gavin.